and got to a big city. And then in the big city, we received information of a mine that wasn't doing too great, so we sought out the investors of the mine and...
Wait, what's our XP?
2452 is the current XP total. Day and a
After
day.
I left, do we have a long rest?
We're still recapping.
Believe we just began one. I don't know if we actually completed one.
With the total number of experience is 2452.
Yes.
Correct. So before you say anything, it is not 13. It is 2,452.
2450. Oh, yeah, okay.
You got it. But anyway, we sought out the investors of the mine to see if we could clear their issues they were having, and departed for said mine with a carriage and some horses. Upon arriving to the mine, we learned there was some issues with an entire shift going missing in a certain area, so we ventured inward to investigate. Upon arriving to the location where the miners were disappearing, we discovered some large insectoids that resembled cockroaches and appeared to be rock-like, which we quickly dispatched. And then on our return trip, we discovered a small crevasse, which Rorik ventured into and discovered a very, very large artificer.
What?
Aquifer.
There
Wrong
you go.
word. Correct letter.
I was going
Aquifer.
to say you could not have found a very large artificer because artificing doesn't exist.
We discovered I discovered a large aquifer, and the occupants seemed somewhat intelligent, though there was no bottom that I could make out, and I did not actually meet or see the intelligence, because I threw down a piece of glowing mushroom in a flask to see how deep it was and could not see it reach the bottom. And on my attempt to leave the crevice, I succeeded. The flask and glowing mushroom was tossed ashore. I'm assuming to get my attention, and whatever was lurking beneath the waves wanted to eat me, and I didn't, so I went back to the party, and we retreated outside of the cave mine area to the camp, where I believe we now reside.
So we found a giant aquifer, and everybody's skin is now moisturized.
I think that's pretty much it, right, Gilbert?
Yeah, that's effectively it. You've just rejoined the party inside of the mushroom cave that you guys burned to cinders.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We ended inside. You're right. Yep. Yeah, so we needed to go back out and discuss our plan of attack with the miners and their less than capable foreman.
Just curious, what do we have to discuss with them?
That the mine's not safe. I think we were going out for another rest.
Right. It was just the whole... What exactly do you expect them to contribute to that conversation?
Well, we're just basically updating them like, hey, we solved one of the problems, but there's probably more, so we're going back in. More of an update for them than anything that they're going to benefit us with. So they're not wondering, why we're coming back out and sleeping right away.
Well, what time is it?
We set into the cave in morning. Yeah.
Why aren't we? Why are we taking a rest at 11 o'clock in the morning? I'm confused as to why we have to retreat at this point.
I wasn't sure where the party was at in terms of health from the fight.
I'm good.
All right, well, then we can ease back through the crevasse.
Yeah, I mean, we can set a rope so we can all rappel down there, right?
Well, no, it's like a crack in the wall of the path. It's flat entry and flat exit on the other side.
Oh, I thought this was like a crevasse in the floor.
No, I'm saying crevasse. I suppose that's the incorrect term. It'd be like a crack in the wall. That's the...
Got it.
A fissure. That's the correct.
Right, I thought this was in the floor, though, going down, not sideways.
Nope, that was my incorrect terminology.
All right, yeah, let's go.
So we're going back in there to find whatever lurks within the mine. And
Yes, pretty much.
Sounds like a plan.
How large was that landing before the lake? I know you described it, but I don't remember. Inside the crack. Gilbert.
Right.
Because now everybody's going to see it.
So who's the new characters? I'm sorry, I'm late. Apologize.
We haven't met them yet. That would be Pi. He's one of the Friday night guys.
Yeah, he's the first person we're kidnapping them down to the D&D basement and saying make a character has actually worked.
Okay. And Andre has a new character?
No, same
Why
character.
Why would he have a new character?
I thought there was a different name. My mistake.
Nope, he's still the same fiendish, smiling Intervin that we met originally in one of the,
All right, cool.
that little hobble
I
town.
haven't missed much then, right?
Nope, yeah, we're just in the
We're
cave.
actually just getting started because we only had a couple of people for a while there.
There
Yeah,
ain't
might
actually
change the start time
We
to-
still got like 15 minutes for actual start time.
No, it's not.
We're
we started
45 minutes
7.
late. We start at 7.
You start an hour earlier than the Saturday game?
Yep.
Correct.
Usually I don't pick that up because I'm usually already in here. Okay, cool. Good.
Yeah. We started the hour earlier just because it seems like it works better with the session length, so that people like Pete and Under and whatnot in the Eastern time zone are getting to bed at like a reasonable hour if things go long, instead of the 1 a.m. shit, or where we have to cut things down suddenly.
Understandable.
But we are currently venturing into a crack in a rock where I have previously described there being a giant lake. The entire party is coming to check it out.
Okay, let's go.
All right, yeah. You guys start shimmying your way through this narrow fissure in the wall. It's a little tight at a couple points. You all have to squeeze through. But you make it into this large, kind of naturally domed chamber. Big fissure up in the roof of it towards the center. And before you is an immense, still underground lake.
Well, that explains the fissure. It would have taken a while to load this room.
That doesn't make sense.
Every fucking game does that nowadays.
So when you say immense, how big is it?
What's
It's
your dark
football
vision?
fields.
60.
You don't see the other side.
How wide?
You don't see the sides.
Is there a curvature to the wall?
Yes.
Can I estimate it from that?
Give me an intelligence check.
Rourke, what did you say you saw down here under the water? It was under the water, right?
Given what you can estimate, assuming that there's nothing weird going on beyond your dark vision, you think this chamber is probably around 300 feet across.
That's assuming it's a circle.
Assuming it's
Yeah.
a circle, yes.
So I didn't actually see anything. I just took a one of the glowing mushrooms, put it in a flask, and chucked it in the water to see how deep it was. And upon me trying to exit the area, it came back up on the shore, flask breaking, and I didn't attempt to retrieve it, assuming it was
So-
intelligent and trying to lure me to the shore edge.
Yes, the mushroom is still there at the shoreline.
They're going to be mad now. They apparently don't take kindly to littering. But anyway, so whatever it is down there in the water.
It would appear so.
Presumably. I'd like to do a detect magic ritual.
Alrighty. Anyone else doing anything while he spends 10 minutes ritual casting?
Ooh, let me see, I bet I have something I can do. Since I'm also a ritual caster.
We'll prepare another glow stick.
I am casting sharpen on my knife as I slide the whetstone over it.
I don't have anything else, so I will also ritual detect magic. That way, if we want to, like, fan out and search the area, we can do that.
And when I say cast sharpen, I mean he's actually talking to his knife as he sharpens it with the whetstone.
Alright. Well, Intervin, Romaine, you both cast your ritual detect magics. And you detect illusion magic from the water.
As in the water itself is illusory, or there's illusion magic within the water?
As in, the water is illusory.
I disbelieve the illusion.
The water is still there.
I would like to examine the water closely with the intent to see through any illusions that I might be looking at.
Alright, how are you examining it?
Well, you know how a lot of illusion spells are like, a creature can make a perception check, and if they pass, they see
Just
through the
throw your
illusion?
rock into it.
Wrong character.
Oh.
Alright. Yeah, you, squat down and stare hard at it?
Yep.
It's looking pretty water-like.
Okay. But the illusion magic is coming from the water itself. Like, everywhere that there's water, I'm seeing illusion magic.
Correct.
Okay, well, it's either not the water itself that's illusory, or it's an illusion so powerful that I am still fooled by it even though I know it's there.
I touch the water.
It's wet and cold.
If I take cut my hand and get a little bit of the water into my hand, is that and separate it from the mass of water, is that still emanating illusory magic?
Yes.
I can give you a flask if you wanted to fill a flask with it.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave my hand inside the water, and I'm going to cast ritually cast Identify on the lake.
Alrighty.
And given that I'm leaving my hand in there, I'm going to use my ability to where I can cast that as an action, even though it's a ritual.
Neat. Give me 1 second.
You ritually cast Identify and then touch it? Or do you have to stay in contact for 10 minutes?
Identify requires you to touch it, but rather than sit there ritually, patting my hand into the water, I'm using a ability I have without the 10-minute casting time, and I can just cast it as if it's a spell slot spell.
Nice.
So it takes 6 seconds instead of 10 minutes.
So you learn whether any spells are affecting the item. By this reading of Identify, I don't believe you get anything back on that.
The lake isn't an object?
I mean, theoretically, it's a liquid, so
Honestly, I am unclear. I'm inclined to go with it's not an object.
Well, you know that the water removed from it is still illusionary, so fill a flask and then cast Identify on the flask of water.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it that way.
And then you should get some reading off of Identify.
Yeah, this is one of those unclear details because the thing in question.
I mean, because that would work on a potion.
Yeah, fair enough. It would work on a potion. I mean,
If if it's magically infused water in a flask, that is essentially a potion.
That's actually okay. Yeah, but by that reasoning, if you stuck your hand into
Hence my question of, is the lake just not a very large object for the purposes of this casting?
What I'm more thinking is that there's not an object to identify.
Well, if I put it in a flask, I have a discrete object, and I'm casting Identify on it.
Okay.
Because you said the water's still magical when I'm doing that.
True. It's a flask of illusory water.
That's all it tells me. No, I'm asking Gilbert, is that all it tells me?
I'm reading over the effect. Fuck it. It is registering as Mirage Arcane.
Ah, okay. Yeah, if the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it. It's part of Identify.
Yeah, the tricky part for me is thinking, okay, so it's an object, but if it's not real, is it an object? You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's a not real object.
Fair enough.
The way this was going, I was going to try attacking it next.
Same. I was just going to start shooting rays of frost into it.
Oh no! Actually, I was going to cast Fairy Fire on it as well.
Yeah,
You guys were gonna attack it, I was gonna
given the
drink it.
effect here, it's probably best to think of it as in like, what is it? Platonian world of forms rather than.
Yes, that's how I was approaching it.
Yeah. So in that case, we could just go with you stick your hand in and it tells you it's Mirage Arcane. That way we don't have to turn everything into, alright, let's take a sample of the weird shit. Because Gilbert's being fucking pedantic about the definition of an object. Well, actually, I suppose it could be large enough. It technically qualifies as terrain, but... semantics. Yeah, you know that it's Mirage Arcane.
All right.
So, where are we going?
Well, the water's not
Any piece of the
real.
illusory terrain, such as a rock or stick that is removed from the spell's area, disappears completely. So, does that mean we're inside the spell's area?
Yes, that's what that would have to mean.
Yeah. Alright, now it's time to fixate on the last line of Mirage Arcane.
Now I gotta look this up.
That the creature can still physically interact with the illusion.
Yeah, although this is only...
That only
creatures
applies with True Sight.
Yeah.
Like we would,
Okay.
like even though we know it's illusory, we are still unable to pierce the illusion.
Yeah, I mean, it's effectively like...
It's
a
like knowing
real-
it's a hologram, but not actually being able to see through it.
It's a holodeck, is what it is.
Yes.
Yeah, this is basically the holodeck spell.
It's not real, but you can touch it.
Well,
It's just made of photons and force fields.
we have 10 days worth of rations. Y'all just want to make camp here?
I don't know if I want to make camp next to this lake that apparently isn't real.
I just yell out, "Nice illusion!" It's really well done. But we'd actually like to talk to you, so why don't you come out?
I try to walk through the illusion.
All right. Yeah, Intervin, your voice just kind of echoes through the cave before being abruptly cut off by the splash of Colonel Nash jumping in.
This ought to be entertaining.
Nash, it's cold water. It's dark below you. Very dark.
I'll look back and intervene as I start to climb out of the water. I'm gonna be like, I thought you said it wasn't real.
Your mind
It
makes
isn't.
it real.
It isn't real, but you can touch it, and it feels just like water.
Yeah, you're soaked all the way through now.
No, it's not.
They said it wasn't real. He figured it was like a covering or something. He jumped down and the enemy was gonna be on the other side.
It's okay, you're not actually all wet. You just look and feel wet.
You think you're wet.
And he sounds wet. And he smells wet.
You wet barbarian.
Hey, if you're going to shake off, do it over there, please.
So, Ruru could ask us, so how powerful is this illusion?
It's fairly powerful.
Like, how big can it be?
A mile. This entire mine could be illusory.
Yeah, but only the water is pinging is illusory.
Apparently.
So, if we think the water's real, could we float across it?
If we had a boat.
I can build one.
Out of what?
Supplies from our cart of shit.
That's all the way back at the camp.
I mean, how far down in the mine is this? Because we were on our way back when we seen this, right?
No, I thought this was what we found like after we dealt with the cockroaches.
Well, we found a smoothbore tunnel that we went down 150 feet.
Right, and I thought
then
it led to
the
this.
birds started having issues. And then on our way,
Okay.
and then we left that tunnel, and I thought we were headed back, and we discovered this fissure.
Got it.
We were going back for the all clear, and we discovered this.
No. You found this connected to the room with the bugs.
Oh, okay. So it's in the same room that we killed all the bugs in. Like the entrance to this area.
Yeah, if we were to reduce this to graph theory, with each room being a point, there's the cave room. Well, there's the water room connected to the bug room, connected to the entrance, with a
Connected to the
bunch of
rooms.
like generic mine description shit in between the bug room and the entrance.
All right. Well, how far back is the entrance from where we currently are? If we were going to go back to the bug room, how long would it take?
Oh, I'd like to shimmy through the crack.
Yeah, and then go back outside to where the camp is.
Okay, it's about. For you to all squeeze through there, it might take like a couple minutes. From there to there, about a minute. Maybe like 40 minutes.
Well, then there's also the issue of anything that we need to create a boat or raft would be too large probably to get through the crack, so we'd need to remove some material in the crack to get items through it. About how long is the distance that the fissure is from the entrance to the exit? Like how much ground do we have to traverse when we're creeping through the crack?
Like 60 feet.
That's not horrible.
Yeah, but it's like one of those tight Tomb Raider squeezes. Like you're literally chest,
Yeah, no,
chest and back
I'm-
on a rock.
I'm thinking about widening the tunnel. So 60 feet really isn't that much, especially if you have a workable area that you're not just boring into solid rock.
Well, hang on.
If
Is
you were to
there a
remove-
shoreline that we can follow?
Yes.
Well, why don't we at least circumnavigate the pool, or whatever it is?
Oh, I thought you said that the lake was on either side touching. I didn't realize that. Okay, well, let's follow the edge of the lake then.
I think he was talking about the cavern when he said that, not the lake.
Oh, I thought the cavern and the lake were adjoined, and we were on like a little, island on one side of it.
Well, if there is a shoreline, I'd say we follow it all the way around and see if
Yeah,
there's
if there's an
any other
actual
passages.
shoreline, let's go.
You
Yeah,
guys
we'll
split
walk around the
party?
lake. No, we'll stay together.
We're all going along the shoreline.
Let's go clockwise.
Makes sense.
Alrighty, you guys start going clockwise. Yeah, you guys are going along. As you reach what Intervin would be able to estimate to be about the halfway point to the other side, you guys come across what looks to be a cave-in. Looks like there was another passage here at one point that has since collapsed. A pile of stone kind of jutting out onto the shoreline of this lake and then spilling over into the water.
How long did it take us to get there?
Not long.
So I still have detect magic running.
Yeah.
Is the stone illusory?
The stone is real.
Okay. Is there like, can we just like
Yes.
climb around it to keep going along the shore?
I mean, yeah, you can try climbing over it.
Not wait to keep going around the shore or to keep going down the passage.
What passage?
Is this cave-in blocking a passage, or is it just laying on the entirety of the shore that we would have to cross over it to get to the other side?
It is like, okay. There's the passageway. The rocks are spilling out of the passageway over the edge of the shoreline and into the water.
Is the passageway blocked?
The passageway is blocked.
But
But
we
it's
can continue
possible to
along the
climb
shore.
over. Yeah, you can climb over the stones to get to the other side of the shoreline.
You said this is like the 6 o'clock if we came in at 12 o'clock of the lake.
No. This would be the 3 o'clock if you came in at 12 o'clock.
Oh, we're more
Oh,
than
okay.
halfway around.
No, we went clockwise. This would be 90 degrees.
What? Oh, if we came in at 12. Okay, I was
Yep, yep.
picturing us coming in at 6.
No.
So a quarter of the way around the lake, roughly, we come across a passage, and it's blocked by rubble.
Correct.
I kind of agree with Romaine. We should keep going around the shore and see what other ventures there are.
Yep.
And so we
Difficult
go.
to climb over the rocks? The rubble?
All right, yeah. Give me a dexterity check, each of you, as you try to climb over these rocks.
Well, if this is a shore, can I... no, I wouldn't do that. Just a flat dexterity ability check?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, like an acrobatics?
Well, he said just dexterity.
Well, then that would be a +3 for me.
Mr. Hayes?
Yes, what?
Yeah, I'm here. What is it?
The party's gone to the other side of the cave-in. You guys going with?
I follow. Yes.
All right, give me a dex
Sure.
check.
A what?
A dexterity check.
D20 plus your dex modifier. You have an 18 dexterity? Nash?
Yes.
Damn. One
Alright,
flexible
yeah.
barbarian.
Yeah, you guys are all able to get across. Intervin, as you're doing it, some of the rocks kind of give way and topple into the water, but you don't slip and fall in. You guys all make it to the other side.
All right, let's keep going across, to the other side of the lake.
Alrighty. So, you guys travel for a ways. Doesn't take too long. When you reach what would be the opposite side of the chamber, the 6 o'clock to your entrance is 12 o'clock. And you guys can see up ahead at that point what looks to be a pier jutting out of the rock with a circular dais at the end, upon which is an altar. You guys can see this at the edge of your dark vision as you reach that area.
Hello.
Okay. Is the pier heading into the lake or away from the lake?
Into the lake.
And at the end of this is an altar.
Correct.
Can I make out any religious iconography on it?
Not from this distance.
How far do I have to go to like how far away is it?
Okay, let's see here. Looking at the doodle I have. Roughly about 50 feet. About 50 feet away from you.
Okay. Fuck it. I start going closer to it so I can see if there's anything on it.
How close do you want to get?
Not that
I'll go with
close.
him. I've got
Like if I can
eyes.
get, like you said that not from 50 feet away, I can't tell if there's any religious iconography on it. So 30 feet away, I should be able to tell if there's any iconography on it.
If he can't, I should
Fair
be able to.
Yep. So, as you get within, gotta double check the spell again. As you get within 30 feet of it,
No, I'm not going within 30 feet of it. That's the minimum distance I'm willing to go to it. I will stop 31 feet away from
35.
it.
Yeah, 31.
okay.
Can I see any iconography on it? I'm
You
with
guys can
him at the same pace.
No clear iconography.
With dark vision and a passive perception of 21.
Correct.
I shoot the altar with Ray of Frost.
Okay.
Any effect?
Yeah, you see a little bit of like frost form on the face of it.
What does the altar look like in terms of shape? Like, we're 31 feet away. We can make out the rough
Yeah, big
shape.
rectangle.
Made
So
of...
just like a monolith.
What's it made out of?
Some kind of gray-black rock.
What's the pier made out of?
Also made out of stone.
All right. I'll strike up a Oh, I actually do have it in my inventory still. I'll take out my hooded lantern and light that so that we have actual light and not dark vision light. 'Cause I'm assuming we've been operating in the dark here, correct? There is no
Correct.
natural
Well, I
light
didn't-
source.
I didn't bring a light source.
Yeah, to my knowledge, no one has a light other than the dim light that you've brought from your, glow-in-the-dark mushroom.
Yeah, the glow in the dark mushroom's been like on the outside of my person so that anybody without dark vision can kind of see where we're going, but I think most of us have dark. But anyway,
I don't. I've just been navigating by that this whole time.
yeah. So yeah, that basically anybody that doesn't have dark vision, I would have given like a chunk of glowing mushroom inside of a flask so that they have like basically a rudimentary glow stick. That way you can see what's underneath your feet at least. But anyway, I'd like to pull out the hooded lantern and light the altar up from 31 feet away.
All right, you light the altar up. So, in fact, what you see here is what looks to be like regular granite for the pier, but the altar itself looks like it is made out of some kind of mixture of marble, obsidian, both of which are like veined with silver.
That sounds familiar.
If
Did you
the
get that
actual- Like the actual
obsidian
formation
and-
of this looks unnatural, like plainly.
Did Intervin pull the obsidian with gold veins item off the raft? I'm assuming you took that, Underdark?
The little idol thing?
Yeah, obsidian with obsidian figurine with gold veins
Sure.
that had magical properties. Yeah, your character would have been interested in that and probably grabbed it. So is the iconography of the obsidian and the veins, even though the altar is silver, is it similar workmanship?
In that it appears blatantly unnatural.
Well, I mean the veins.
Because yes, they both appear blatantly unnatural. Like these are geometrically shaped veins of silver pattern over, in the case of this altar, in the case of the figurine, geometrically inlaid on the figurine.
What do you mean by geometrically? Because you didn't describe it that way before.
Like hard angles.
Yeah, because when you said veins, I was imagining more like lightning, random.
Well, natural
distribution
veins, like you
strikes.
would see
Yeah.
inside of marble or granite. Natural veinous inclusions in the rock, not obviously artificial.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking inlaid.
An oversight on my part. Yes, the like veins as in almost like blood vessel type veining.
So where's the geometric come into play?
Sharper angles.
So like lightning.
Sharper
They-
angles
and
and
they-
straighter lines between.
Yeah, sharper angles, straighter lines, forming a less organic pattern.
Okay, and this pattern is fairly distinct from the sound of it. Is the pattern in the veins in the idol similar in style to the veins here on the altar?
That's what I was trying to ask.
Yes, they are.
Okay. Then we can confirm that they're related to each other. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, the formation on the center face of the altar matches the vein formation on the center face of the chest.
All right. I would like to make a history check to the origin of the granite work below us.
All right, give me a history check.
All right.
It's arcane in nature. This stone has no signs of conventional workmanship. The only way you can think of this being created is either some kind of magic growing it out of the rock or magic carving it out of the rock.
There was no tool work or anything on it.
Correct.
So I can't really determine how old the granite is from that.
There's also no sign of like erosion on it.
All right. So do you want to pop on our detect magic to see what we're around here? Or did you pop one already?
I can pop one. Yeah, I'll do a detect magic ritual.
I mean, your first one hasn't expired.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure how long it took us to walk all the way around. So it only lasts 10 minutes.
I wasn't sure either, so I figured
Yeah,
just pop another one.
You're probably approaching the end of it, but yeah, it's still running.
Okay.
Can't get in range of the altar.
Well,
but
yeah,
we see the
first off,
silhouette.
without being in range of the altar being 31 feet away, what do I see besides the illusory water?
You detect no magics.
The water is not illusory. Is that what you're telling
Okay,
me?
okay. Other than the water.
What's the dock, like this pier? Is it magical?
The dock itself is not magical, no.
Okay. I take a step forward to get the altar 30 feet away, so it's at the edge of my detect magic. Is it magical?
Yes.
Any particular school?
It radiates every single one.
That's always a good thing, right?
Is that similar to what the idol looks like under detect magic?
No. The idol itself just pings generically.
Okay. Anything else happen when I get at 30 feet away from it?
No.
All right, I walk up to it.
Alrighty.
Tie a rope to him first.
Nope, I just walk up to it.
All right.
I don't wait.
Indeed. Alright, yeah, you approach it. And as you approach it, four lights kind of appear in the air, kind of floating around here, illuminating the pedestal.
How
Not
far?
pedestal. Sorry, one second.
How far am I from the altar when this occurs?
Sorry, two people in the office right now. I had to
Yeah,
tell them
that's
to
fine.
keep their voices down. What were
How-
you saying?
When these lights appear, how far am I from the altar?
15 feet.
Okay. Can I see the top of the altar, clearly? from here?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just stop here for a moment. Is there any odd features I can make out at the top of the altar being this close that I didn't see further away? Indentations, writing, levers.
Yes, actually. One second. Yeah, you can see that there are what look to be 8 octagonal indents centered in an octagon around the top of this.
What shape is
Okay.
the figurine? What shape is the base of the figurine?
Square.
Okay. Figure I'd ask.
So besides the lights appearing, anything else happen?
Nope.
All right, I'll continue walking all the way up to the altar. I'm not going to touch it, but I want to be like within 5 feet of it.
Alrighty.
I'm still at 31 feet.
Since Detect Magic is still running, now that I'm closer, can I see any more details, especially given these octagons?
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Damn.
Yeah, the surface here has incredibly fine script on it.
Do I recognize the language?
It is not a language. It is arcane runes.
Ah. Do I understand what these arcane runes are doing?
Arcana check. Well, you're not exactly clear on the exact principles of how of what these are referring to. It looks like these scribings are part of what is holding an enchantment to the altar. Contextually, a very potent enchantment.
Okay. Is there any like you said before that the altar was emanating all the schools of magic from when I was looking to detect magic.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm closer, for instance, these these 8 octagons, are they emanating all the schools as well?
Each one emanates a different aura.
Okay.
The best way I could describe this is if the entire altar is radiating a rainbow, each one of these octagons is radiating one specific color.
Alrighty. I can identify the octagon that's emanating transmutation magic, yes?
Yes, you can see it.
Okay. I'd like to cast Prestidigitation on that octagon to clean it.
Alrighty. There appears to be no discernible effect. There's no grime on
Okay.
it to clean off.
Well, it's more casting a spell on that octagon if it doesn't do anything. That was the idea, was to see what happens if you cast a spell of the same school on that octagon.
Ah, I see. Yeah, nothing seems to happen.
All right. Well, nothing seems to happen. Is there scripting on the inside of those octagons?
There is not.
Okay.
They simply form like a. What would be like a 2 centimeter deep indentation.
2 centimeter deep. Gee, that's pretty deep.
Not 2 centimeter. 0.2 centimeter. My apologies. 0.2.
It's like, man, that's almost an inch deep.
Yeah.
That's more of a groove than an indentation at that point.
All right. I walk up and poke the altar with a finger.
Yes. Let's touch the magic stuff. That's the best part.
Ah, yes. Yes. You poke the magic. It feels magical.
Okay. Great. I pull out some paper and I start taking rubbings of the writing on it.
Alrighty. You press the paper to it and start taking your rubbing. You'll need a fair bit of paper.
I have 10 sheets of
large?
parchment.
Yeah, it's probably enough to get the top surface.
I mean, that's the important one anyway.
Alrighty, so yeah, you go all Last Crusade on that.
Mm-hmm.
The altar is the second marker.
We should see what happens if we put the idol on top of the altar.
But the base doesn't match. You know the base always matches when your object's supposed to link together like that.
Yeah, when he was holding the idol, it didn't like have a glowing highlighted, spot to put it.
Well, no, it's
I'm
more the
assuming
idol
there's-
is a square base and these are octagonal depressions.
Yeah, and also the idol itself is just generic magic. I'm assuming whatever we're looking for to put in these spots will be of each school to match the appropriate spot it goes.
The water was illusory, right?
Correct.
All right. Well, after I take my rubbings and stow my paper, I'm going to use a flask to pick up a little bit of that water and just kind of dip it onto the illusory octagon, like just enough to fill it.
All right.
Anything
There's
happen?
There's no illusory water there. No, nothing appears to happen.
All right. Well,
We can always take a flask back when we leave to see how far away it goes to change back to
I cast
nothing.
Identify on the altar, just as a ritual.
Alrighty. Cast Identify. One second. Alrighty, so yeah, you touch it. It comes back to you as an altar to Eta, the good goddess of ingenuity, arcane domain. Additionally, it is radiating forbiddance. Along with Nistel's magic aura.
Okay.
Oh. And also, functionally, it is also in part radiating Mirage Arcane.
Interesting. Okay. Does it tell me like what the configuration of the forbiddance on it is?
One second. As for its setting, it is blocking all interplanar travel, along with denying celestials, elementals, fae, fiend, undead, and aberrations.
So the whole list.
Yes. Well, technically, the whole list plus one.
Got it. So, how unusual is it for an altar to Edda to be found in a subterranean tunnel in this type of watery tomb?
Extremely.
Do you have a list of the gods in your setting somewhere?
Yes. There should be pretty sure it's a mostly complete list on the wiki.
I got it.
I'm absolutely god awful about actually filling that thing out in its entirety. It should at least have all the names in their domain.
Yeah, got it. Okay. So I assume that my character would have grown up in this pantheon, like would have grown up, knowing this pantheon. Yeah.
Yes.
So in a lot of polytheistic systems, the gods often have various human flaws, such as rivalries or enemies and the like. Is Edda a known enemy or has a rival or whatnot?
Yes. Other than some minor interactions, the most common antagonistic relationship is to her counterpart, Nablopalisar, the evil god of Arcana. Specifically, the god of golems.
All right. And how typical is it for an altar to Nablopalisar to be found in some watery tomb deep below the surface like this?
Also fairly uncommon.
Are there any gods that this would be common for?
Let's see.
The god of underground lakes and tombs.
Huh. I'm trying to find her on my list. So not listed by domain. Goddamn fucking alphabets. Let's see. The evil goddess of fear, Formida, and the evil god of monsters, Dire, would typically have stuff associated with them, where you'd be putting their places of worship inside caves.
Either of them have a watery component to it?
As the deities of fear and monsters, respectively, yes. Because the ocean is deep and dark and full of terrors, both psychological and mundane.
Okay. Because you said that the altar is also being affected by Mirage Arcane, Nistel's Magic Aura. I don't trust that this is actually an altar to Edda. But it wants you to believe that it is. So that any offering you make there to this good goddess is actually empowering some evil rival or something. You said this was a pier that it's standing on, made out of stone. Is it like arched, or is it solid all the way down to the presumably the floor of the reservoir?
Let's see what the dark vision involved. It's an angle, like it sticks out like a strut.
So it's cantilevered.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I got Dax on my shoulder. I'll ask Dax to just quickly kind of take a dip below the water and look underneath the altar and see if there's anything on the bottom of the pier, and then come back up.
All right. Yeah, he takes a dip. There is nothing down there. Like nothing of like note. It's just smooth stone.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know. I'll use prestidigitation to dry him off. Keep him comfortable.
Give me a second while I type up the list of deities I just threw at you.
I found the page on the wiki.
Yeah, I know, but it's for everyone else's convenience. That way they don't have to pull it up. There we go. Damn it, it keeps fucking autocorrecting the monsters part. There we go. Your 4 suspects thus far.
All right. And one other thing to do would be to check over the altar for secret compartments.
Give me an investigation check. There are no secret compartments that you were able to find.
All right. I turn and start walking back towards the party. And I just tell them, yeah, it's some magical altar horseshit with a bunch of illusion and other magics on it. Yeah, it doesn't do shit. Took some rubbings though. They look real neat.
Well then, shall we continue our path around?
Yep.
Let's head towards 9 o'clock then.
All right, yeah, you guys head towards 9 o'clock. This time, reaching at the 9 o'clock position, what looks to be a passageway. And you can see around 20 feet down it to be a great square door. It looks like it's composed of like individual columns. So door frame, and then you know how you'll have like a door made out of wood and it's got the bands of wood?
So it's like a jailhouse door.
No, like an actual like wooden plank door, except the planks are stone and completely square and set into the frame itself. Like there's no hinges, just like
So
planks of stone.
it's a rectangle door, roughly door shaped, that is a bunch of smaller, very skinny rectangles going vertically that are all smooth and similarly shaped.
Correct.
How
With
large is
a
it?
with like a square stone in the center of it. Size, this would be 10 by 10.
And so at the center of it, so 5 feet up and 5 feet over from the edge, there is another square.
Let me try drawing it. 1 second.
Okay. Ah, okay. Well, let's look at that square, I guess.
Anything show up under detect magic?
Yes. Abjuration. The door and the door frame.
Well, careful, Rurik, while you're investigating it. It's got magic all over it.
I figured I'd help you. I'm proficient, but nowhere near as skilled.
Yeah, I'd like to check the surrounding areas for traps before I do anything to this door.
I'll give him a hand with that.
All right, give me investigation. Yeah, you poke around, and you notice two things. A seam in a square on the roof above you, and a seam in a square on the floor below you. As if something comes down from the ceiling and the floor might, say, drop out from beneath you.
Aha. Well, I'm not going to stand there.
All right, yeah, you shimmy like 5 feet off to the side so that you're not under either.
Pretty much.
All right. Assuming that if we find nothing else, I am going to cast Identify on the door.
Alrighty. The door comes back with nothing specific other than abjuration magic.
Okay. Can I investigate the door to try to figure out how it's supposed to work, how this locking mechanism is presumably meant to function?
Yeah.
I can give him a hand with that.
Yeah, so you can tell that if this door were to open, each pillar is moving up or down, kind of like teeth.
Yes, but I was more interested in the opening mechanism. How do you open it?
Ah, okay. So the actual mechanism seems to be related to the cavity itself in the center square. It looks more like something needs to be inserted into it before any kind of effect is supposed to happen based off its design.
Okay. Is this about the size of the base of this idol I have? The square base on the idol?
It is.
Alright, stand back, guys. And I'm going to use Mage Hand to insert the idol base first into this keyhole.
Alrighty. So you insert it. It goes in nicely. And then the door begins to rumble a little bit. And you hear the grinding of stone on stone as these pillars pull down and up, opening up a passageway before you.
Is the idol inaccessible?
Indeed. The center square seems to take the idol and then take it down in. Were you going to try to pull it out?
Yes.
No. Oh, well. I suppose you could with the mage hand, yeah.
Yeah, I Mage Hand, so as it's lowering down, I try to yank the idol out.
Alright, it comes out. The door opens up.
Okay, cool. We've retained the key.
Yep, just in case there's more doors. That was my thought. Makes sense to put it in there and then pull it back out as the door is opening.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what do we see on the other side of the door?
On the other side of the door, you can see a rather empty circular room, buttresses and other architectural design kind of along the perimeter, so it's not a perfect circle. But it looks like all that architecture is just designed for visual appearance. And fog, which kind of rolls out ever so slightly past the door.
Detect magic see anything?
Yes. Magic all over the place.
Any particular school?
Let me double check. Yes. Just absolutely everything you're looking at in there is radiating abjuration.
All right, and what's in there? What, like, are there objects, or is it just an empty room?
Just an empty, pleasantly designed, as far as architecture goes, room.
But it's empty. There's no other doors?
Not that you can see.
All right, I walk in.
How far in are you walking?
What's the diameter of the room?
30 feet.
I walk 10 feet in.
Alrighty. You walk 10 feet in, fog kind of swirls around your legs.
Anything happen?
Nope.
All right, I start looking around the outer perimeter of the room, just investigating the walls, looking for writing, glyphs, evidence of secret passages, levers, buttons, what have you.
I'm following along, helping him.
Alrighty.
Did you want an investigation check?
Yes, sorry. I'm trying to time some of my speaking when there's not speaking in the background. Alrighty.
I know everything there is to know about this room.
Yeah, you go poking around. You find a couple of urns under the fog. But no secret passages or whatnot.
Urns.
Yeah, like
How
a
many?
ceramic container.
How many?
4.
Where are they located
look
relative
like?
to the door?
They're all located on the edges. 2 of them are located on what would, like, if you guys came in at 6 o'clock, there's 2 located in a corner at 9 o'clock. And then, okay, not a corner because it's a round room, but you know what I mean. And then there is a third one, which is located like 4 feet away to the right of the door.
Okay, I go to the isolated one.
Okay.
Is there any writing on the urn?
Yes, the urn, well, not really writing, but the urn looks to be some like local mythic tract painted on the surface. I think like a Greek urn.
Okay, yeah. Are they emanating magic?
They are not.
Does the urn have a lid?
It does.
I back up so I'm like 5 feet away from the thing, not 10 feet away. I back up to 10 feet away from it, and I use Mage Hand to open the top of the urn.
All right, you open the top of it.
Anything happen?
No.
All right, I walk over and look in the urn.
Inside of the urn look to be about 6 scrolls of parchment. Well, papyrus, technically. They look to be badly decayed.
Any magic?
No.
Okay. I put the lid back on the urn. And then I put the whole urn in my backpack.
Alrighty.
I go to the next urn.
Large?
How large are these urns? Yeah, I guess that's the next question.
Oh,
Because I'm thinking it's like, a foot tall, 6 inches in diameter or so.
it's a little bit bigger. Closer to like a... Wait, no, that would be... Yeah, that's about right, actually, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I could fit them reasonably in my backpack.
Mm-hmm.
Especially given that, the only things in my backpack are, books, parchment, and, flasks of blood.
Well, and conveniently, I have an extra backpack inside of my backpack because there's this other guy that died.
Huh. Well, sucks for him. Anyway, I do the same process with the other 2 urns. Do they both contain parchments?
One more of them contains parchments. The third one contains, square lumps of clay.
Okay. No magic?
No magic.
All right. I take all 3 urns.
Alrighty.
All right. Is there anything? This fog is annoying me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's nice. I can create puffs of wind with prestidigitation. So
Okay.
even if it doesn't clear out the whole room, am I able to create blow it away for a couple of seconds to look at the floor?
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything on the floor? Any war writing, symbols, mosaics, weird unholy horse shit, that type of thing?
Yeah. It does appear that there is some writing on the floor as you kind of puff this away.
What's it say?
The lettering is rather large. One moment.
If necessary, I can do a comprehend languages ritual.
Oh no, it's written in the common alphabet.
Ah, okay.
Out of curiosity, just for fun, about where on the clock are you doing the first one?
Where were the 2 urns?
9 o'clock.
Oh, that's where I am.
All right. Yeah, you see this.
All right. Well, I just walk around the room, just doing prestidigitation to kind of puff it away in increments. I'll go anti-clockwise.
Oh, fuck. Okay, 1 second.
He was typing it up in a clockwise manner.
Never be predictable.
All right, 1 second. Motherfucker, hold on.
All right, if you have it handy, where was that the single urn on a clock face? Where was that located?
Oh, just a little bit past where you guys entered. Like right by 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Give me 1 second here.
Clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Also, Underdark,
Uh-huh.
you could not possibly have picked a more humorous way to do this. Reads this.
Ah. Well, I don't know anyone named Yadot, so I step out of the room.
I'd just follow him.
Alright.
And then I think about it. Like, when I'm, like, a safe distance away, then I think about it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, they prepared explosive runes today.
It's literally the I'm fucking sick of this fog solution. If you had done something that would blow it all away.
But instead I just revealed section upon section in reverse. So after I say the phrase, does the room with nobody in it explode?
Sort of. An assload of firecrackers and like confetti gets blasted into the room.
And each one of those little pieces of confetti is filled with explosive rounds.
Each piece of confetti has its own piece of explosive runes printed on it.
Right, you see, that's why you remove the fragile papyrus from the room before you trigger the explosion.
But yeah, after the cloud of confetti and like sparklers goes away, you hear grinding of stone.
Okay, do we see anything happening?
No. The fog shifts around a bunch, though.
Like, is this, like, how high up is this fog? Is it actually, like, filling the volume of the room, or is it just the floor?
It's like waist deep.
So something below the fog is
Probably. Alright, so I go to the threshold of the door and start using prestidigitation to puff away at the fog.
small section and small section.
Puff, that's a floor. Puff, that's a floor. Puff, that's a stairwell. Puff, that's a floor.
Yeah, I keep going around the room.
Puff, that's a floor. Puff, that's a floor. Puff, that's explosive runes.
No, it's not. I don't know anyone named Yadot.
Yada, not to be confused with his more successful older brother, Yarvan. But yeah, you poof around there. The only new thing you're seeing is a stairwell in the middle.
Hey guys, I found the way out.
Well, shall we?
We shall. And then we do.
I think that we'll go down the stairs.
That's what I said. So we descend a level.
Yep. Gonna start walking down the stairs.
Are they straight or spiraling?
They are straight.
So what's at the bottom?
All right, yeah, you reach the bottom.
No, I mean, like, we'd be able to see the bottom, right?
Oh, yes.
So what's at the bottom before we start going down them?
You can see a landing, followed by a door.
I see.
What material is the door made out of?
The
Sorry,
door
what
seems to
material?
be of the same configuration as the previous door. This time, though, instead of having an indent, it has a like a square rune that sticks out.
Like a button?
Yeah, like a button.
Okay. I checked the surrounding area for traps.
Alrighty.
I help.
You detect no traps.
I pushed a button.
All right, grinding of stone. It opens up like teeth into the ceiling and floor.
I watch the button as the door is closing. Like, you know how you ever close the fridge to try seeing how the light turns off?
Mm-hmm.
I watch the button as it descends into the floor to see what happens to it.
The button stays pressed in when he presses it.
Aww. Okay.
I use Mage Hand to try and pull the button out of the door as it's descending.
No. Alrighty, yeah. Inside of this room is another circular room. Much like the last one. There's no fog, though.
Okay. Is there anything in the room?
Is there anything written on the floor?
You see nothing.
Completely empty room. Well, we should check it out.
Is there magic?
There is not.
Okay, I walk into the room.
Alright, yeah, you take a couple steps forward. You can already see that the far wall is illusory. Sorry, not the far wall, the left wall. The left wall is illusory.
Okay, I disbelieve the illusion.
Well, the illusion disappears. But more importantly... One second. Here we go. You notice that you seem to have some spectators.
How many do I see?
Friendly?
2 of them.
Okay.
Roll an ish.
Oh, they're hostile.
Hey, everybody that wants to fight something, we're fighting something.
Hey.
Look, it couldn't be puzzles all the way down.
It's Leviosa, Leviosa.
Yeah,
It's
I have real
Leviosa.
crappy initiative because I'm sitting there going like, "Oh, hey guys," and, just trying to like make peaceful contact with the slavering monsters.
Well, that ruins my plans.
It made my plans. Now I get to dance in Viscera.
I was literally getting up to go have a cigarette while we were exploring this next room. And now I go first.
I knew it. I timed that perfectly to when your body would be craving its nicotine. All part of my diabolical, dastardly DM plan.
Really doesn't go with a craving thing. It is more so a boredom thing.
Burn, Jesus.
No, nothing to do with D&D. Like it's a consistent. I'm always bored all the time. All right. So what do I see? Because I'm not magical in nature, so as far as I can tell, it is a round room. Correct?
Well, you don't see the illusory door, but you do see Intervin look up and go, "Oh, hey guys."
All right. Which way is he looking?
Up,
Up.
up.
Like, you know
I
how there's
look up.
usually a gap at the top of a door from to the ceiling inside the room?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I look up.
You see two spectators.
Could you describe the spectators?
Yeah, I posted an image. They're big green balls. They look like beholders, except they have one big central eye, a big gaping mouth, and only 4 eyeball stalks.
All right. Well, I guess I'll fire a crossbow bolt at one of them to see what happens. Assuming nothing happens.
Incorrect. Your crossbow bolt strikes one.
Oh, excellent. How effective does that appear?
Reasonably effective. Looks like it did normal stuff.
All right. Then I will bonus action help Nash and say aim there. Bit.
Alrighty. Nash,
Okay, how high are the monsters in the air?
15 feet.
I had a running jump. How far straight up could I run? I mean, if I had a running start, how far up could I jump?
High jump. So your high jump is 3 plus your strength modifier. If you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump, then when you make a standing high jump, you can. So if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump, what? Oh no, okay, that's what it is. Never mind. So yeah, so 10. So 3 plus your strength mod. What's your strength mod?
2?
So you're able to jump up 5 feet. Yeah, that's probably enough to get them in melee. You're reaching a bit, but yeah, I should be able to hit.
I can reach him for that distance?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to bonus action before I jump. I am going to bonus action, going to rage, and then I'm going to jump.
Okay.
I want to grab this monster, not hit him. I want to grab him. Can I grab a stalk?
Okay, yeah. Make a grapple check.
Athletics or acrobatics? Is that what that is?
It's athletics. You don't get to choose between the two when you try to grapple. You choose between the two when you try to escape.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you managed to grab it.
So we're going down. I'm trying to pull it back down. Well, I'm probably suspended from it, but you know.
Yeah, it's hovering or grappling. It reduces its speed to 0. Hovers. Yeah. You sink it down, so it's within easy melee striking of everybody else.
Oh. And I am done.
Alrighty. Well, this guy don't like it. He don't like this at all. So, he's gonna start shooting eye beams. Let's go with. Yeah, you're holding on to him. He don't like that. Nash.
Hey, yeah, I hit him.
Yeah, give me 2 wisdom saving throws as eye rays hit you.
Eye rays. Ooh.
Yep, 2 wisdom saves.
Well, fuck.
All right, you are confused. You cannot take reactions until the end of the next turn. On its turn, the target cannot move, and it uses its action. Sorry, and it uses its action to make a melee or ranged attack against a randomly determined creature within the range. All right, and then you are also frightened of this thing.
Okay, so I let go of it then, basically.
Nothing that actually means you break a grapple.
Yeah.
There are some things where if I were more afraid of them, it would make me hold on to them tighter.
Yeah, but you are frightened and you are confused.
Hey, why aren't beholders allowed to operate tower cranes?
Why?
Because they're always hitting people with eye beams.
Oh, I'll have to keep that in mind. Alrighty. Katsumi.
What the fuck did you just call me?
Well, your thing on there says Katsumi.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, maybe I'm dyslexic and I read the 1 as an I, but it says Katsumi.
It's not my name.
Well, bitch, that's what it says there on the initiative order. What you doing?
Do you know my name or not?
No, don't nobody know your name.
Alright, so Katsumoto dodges. Kitten?
So I will attack it. But wait,
Which
how
one?
close is it? I don't know. How close is it? How close are they?
Well, there's one that got pulled down from the sky. You can see that one pretty easily. He's about 15 feet away.
All right, I go up to whack it.
Alrighty.
Now, is there somebody within 5 feet?
Yes.
Okay. Bait and switch.
I don't know how you're doing that to Nash while he's grappling. I'm going to assume you just squeeze in between him and the the spectator.
He's that Italian guy just excuse me.
Scusi.
Nash is just staring at this thing in the eye, and then, like, from between them below, Katsumoto just pushes upward.
This goes. I didn't hear I can't do it, so.
Yeah. I don't know how it works, but it did. Alrighty. What else are you doing?
Okay. Now what I do is. So do I have if it's grappled, do I have advantage on attacks against it?
No. That's restrained.
Okay. Why attack?
Your attack misses.
That's Okay. I guess I don't think I have 2 attacks yet, so I guess that's it.
Alrighty, Kitten.
I'm 15 feet away.
Yeah.
I'd like to step forward 5 feet and do an angry stab.
Alrighty.
A reckless angry stab.
Yes, that's some damage. Anything else?
Nope, that's about all I can do.
Alrighty. Well then. This guy. Well, he's gonna look down at y'all. And he's gonna fire 2 eye beams. I need a wisdom save from Kitten and a wisdom save from Katsumoto.
A what?
Wisdom save.
Haha. And if that fails, nothing I can never succeed.
Not true.
I mean, pretty much never.
Alright, yeah. Kitten, you're fine. Katsumoto,
Yeah.
you are currently confused.
I'm always confused.
Indeed. But now you're like, can't figure out who's your friend and who's your enemy type confused.
Oh, this is very good.
Yeah, you're in a target-rich environment right now.
Oh, this is very good.
Romaine?
Alright, so there's a bunch of, what's the smaller beholder called? Observer? Perceiver? Whatever they are. There's a bunch of them floating around.
Yes, there are 2 spectators.
Spectators, that's it. How far is the closest one?
15 feet.
Alright then. Let's see, what have I got? Ooh, can I get them both in... in a 20-foot cube?
What?
Can I fit both of them in a 20-foot cube?
Not without getting friendlies.
How many friendlies would I have to get?
Let's see. You would be getting Intervin, Katsumoto, Kitten, and Nash.
I have to get all of them, even though they're floating in the air?
One of them is floating in the air. The other one's been pulled down to the ground.
I see. All right, then we'll hold off on that. Yes, okay. Oh, no, wait, I have to prepare shit. I don't have that. Well, one of them is on the ground, so I am just gonna bonus action shillelagh myself, walk up to it, and hit it with a stick.
Alrighty.
Do I have advantage from anything?
No.
And it's not prone or anything?
Correct. That misses.
All right, that's it.
Alright. Intervene.
All right. How close am I to these guys?
Like 10 feet away from both. There's a 5-foot gap between you and both of them. Like, you, a 5-foot space, the one above you, a 5-foot space, the one that everyone's ganging up on.
All right, so I could back up without provoking attacks of opportunity from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do so. I go to the other side of the room. So I assume that they're like I would have to can't get out of the room, so I'll just go deeper in. I retreat forward.
Alrighty.
And then there's that one that got dragged to the ground that everyone's beating the crap out of, right?
Attempting to beat the crap out of. Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to shoot a ray of frost at it.
Bold. Let's see how that works out.
So I think it takes 3 cold damage.
Indeed. And its movement speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Yes.
Anything else?
No, that's all I'll do.
Rourke?
I'll shoot at the one up in the air.
Bold. Let's see how that plays out.
I'd like to aim at it.
Even more bold. Let's see if you
And
miss.
I'd like to soak my arrow in a oil raggy thing.
Okay.
Using one of my oil flasks to make a fire arrow.
Okay. That hits.
All right.
Indeed. That is some
18 damage. Plus
Anything
3
else?
fire. Nope.
Nash?
I am confused. What can I do?
Well, let's see. According to this, you're confused, so you can't take reactions, and you can't move, and use your action to make a melee or ranged attack against a randomly determined creature within range. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so roll me a d5. Alrighty. That stabs Romaine. Make your attack roll.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, Nash is confused, and so he's attacking you.
That does hit.
Actually, there's one other detail. Hold on. You have to roll that at disadvantage. I forgot you were also frightened.
Ah, yeah, roll that again. And roll lower.
You rolling again, mister?
Hey, that misses.
Alrighty.
The difference one makes.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
that's all it needed.
All right. Well, you can't do anything else. This guy. So, yeah, 2 eye beams. Let's see. We're gonna go with. Let's go with a Constitution saving throw from Rurik and a Constitution saving throw from Katsumoto. Also, Nash, you are no longer frightened or confused.
What are you doing to me? What?
Constitution Katsumoto. Wait, what? Yeah,
What?
Constitution saving throw Katsumoto and Constitution saving throw Rurik. Alrighty, so Rurik that fails.
Naturally.
You take 18 points of necrotic damage as this black eye beam strikes you. And Katsumoto, you feel your muscles begins to tense up like you're experiencing a full body cramp, but that dissipates.
Oh yes, very honorable.
All right, Katsumoto.
Oh, very honorable. I want to. I want to attack it again. Oh.
Well, that's a hit.
Okay, wait. So, wait, it said. Use after
Wait,
hitting.
hold on.
What? So, target large.
No, you got hit by the fear ray. You got to be doing that at disadvantage.
Fuck you.
Man, it says right here, Katsumoto, fear ray.
You didn't say fear. You said the other thing. You said I'm.
Frightened.
No, you said I'm confused.
You've been hit by the fear ray, which confuses you.
What? No. There's the confusion ray and the fear ray.
Oh.
You didn't hit me with a fear thing. You said confused.
No, Mister got hit with the confuse ray.
Yeah. Yeah,
No.
Mr. was hit with confuse ray. You were.
You told me I'm confused.
Mr. was both confused and frightened.
Yeah, you told me. All you said for me is I'm
That's
confused.
what it was. That's what it was. That's right. They split it up.
I mean, you sound confused, Hayes.
Okay, no, he's right. I'm looking over the chicken scratch here. All right. Let's see here. In that case, Katsumoto, that is a nat 20, but you do need to roll to determine who you're hitting. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 people in melee range that you could hit. Roll a d4 to determine who that nat 20 hits. Okay, that is actually the creature. That's good. Roll damage.
No, wait. Is this creature large?
No.
It's smaller than large.
Yeah, it's medium.
Okay. So, I do a trip attack.
All right, you do a trip attack. It just kind of rotates in the air. It is
Wait,
immune
it
to
can't.
prone.
Wouldn't I know that?
No. This is literally the first time any of you have encountered a spectator. There is no way any of you have seen one of these before.
I think that's right.
Alright, it is now bloodied.
Okay, and then I guess that's yeah. I guess that's it.
Alright. Kitten, who I'm pretty sure has no failed saves.
Yep, Kitten's doing great.
Alrighty.
He's mad, he's reckless, and he's stabby.
Don't fuck up. He don't fuck up. Alright, yeah. It's badly bloodied. Anything else?
No.
Alrighty. This guy. Well, Constitution saving throw from... let's go with, fucking... Where is he? Rourke. And then... Constitution saving throw from Nash. Alright, Rourke, that passes for half. So you take half of 9. And Constitution saving throw from Nash.
Constitution?
Yes.
Looky ducky. Little shit.
You were paralyzed. For 1 minute. Romaine?
Is this spectator still low enough that I can hit it?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here. And now I'm just gonna turn into a bear and maul the shit out of it. All right, let's see here.
Two hits.
$18 piercing and slashing damage from the bear.
Yeah. That spectator just deflates.
Okay. Did I like overkill it massively? Should I? Not too late.
I wouldn't say you overkilled it massively. You got enough.
Okay.
Intervene.
So how's the remaining one look?
A little injured.
Alright, I'm going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on it. I need it to make a wisdom save. So that fails. It falls prone, becomes incapacitated.
Alright, it floats there and is incapacitated. They're immune to prone.
Yeah, fair enough, but it's still incapacitating. And falls into fits of laughter.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This thing's laughing uproariously.
Okay. Anytime it takes damage, it gets another wisdom save. And it's at advantage if it's triggered by damage. That's it for me.
Alrighty. Rurik.
Well, I'll make a death save.
Oh, you're dying.
Never mind. That was the best.
Yeah,
I actually just did the math because I was like, wait, that might have been enough because I have 27 HP and I took 18 and 9.
Yeah, so you get blasted by 2 necrotic rays, get woozy, don't feel so good, fall over, hit your head, and that knocks you
Get back
back
up.
awake.
That's with prone with 1 HP, right?
Yes, and a level of exhaustion.
Yep.
Knock self back awake.
Yeah. Fortunately, that's
That
at the
happens
beginning
at-
of his turn.
Yeah, so I can get back up and shoot, can't I?
Yep.
Well then, I would like to aim at the remaining target and shoot at it.
Man, if you nat 20 this, that's a post-death clarity.
Another fire arrow, by the way. So anyway,
Indeed, in a moment of clarity, as your blood pressure restabilizes.
that +3 at the end feels so small.
You kill it. You just straight up shoot it through the eye, and it pops. And its corpse falls to the ground. You guys are out of a niche.
Wow, that was weird.
That was great.
Yeah, as the last thing dies, the illusion covering up one of the doors dissipates, revealing another one of those pillar doors.
Wait, how many illusory doors are there here?
Just the one.
Okay, so it's the same one I saw before.
Right.
Okay, you said another, so I was confused.
Another for their perspective, not yours.
Alrighty. Well, I guess we go this way. Maybe there's more weird shit.
I wouldn't mind taking a bit of a break.
Oh, okay, yeah, we can take a breather. I think we take a short rest.
Are we out of combat?
Yep.
Alright, I gotta go to bed.
Alright, have a good night.
Well, that sucks. But I'll take it.
Alright, well, if the hour passes without any incident, I think we keep going.
Alrighty.
I mean, I kind of rolled that preemptively, but at the same time.
Alrighty. So yeah, your short rest goes by unabated, and you guys said you're moving forward.
Yeah. What type of door is this?
Same kind.
All right, I look around for traps.
Alrighty.
I could still help.
You detect no traps.
I push the button.
Alrighty. The doors open. Revealing a 20-foot hallway ending in another door.
All right. I proceed carefully, checking the hall for traps.
Alright, investigation check.
All right. Do I still have Rick
Assuming I
following
can
and
help.
helping?
I'm assuming I can help.
I did assume. Do I find any traps at the 14?
You find no traps.
All right. Is this another push button door?
It is.
I push the button.
Alrighty. The door opens. You can see inside of this large spherical room a central dais set before. One moment. I grab the image. Yeah, so you see the central dais, almost like the podium on it, in the middle of this room, which is lit by glowing blue-green flames and braziers. To the left and right of this large room are a pair of closed doors, similar to what you've already seen. Floating at the far end of this room, on the other side of the podium, you can see suspended in crystal spheres two of these. Two beholders. One colored red, the other blue. They regard you rather blithely.
So they're active inside those crystal spheres.
Indeed. You give this kind of just vaguely uninterested, bemused look at your arrival.
Hey guys, how's it hanging?
They just stare at you.
Trap, get a job right.
Oh, I
You
mean,
guys just stand there for a moment or something?
well, yeah, I give them like a moment to see if they respond when I wave hello. When they don't, I walk in.
Alrighty. Yeah, you step in. What are the rest of you doing?
Following him around.
Yeah, staying with the party.
Alright. More importantly, is anybody not going in?
No.
You're not going in?
No, I'm not going in.
Okay. Well, as the party all walks in there, the door closes behind them, leaving you inside the hallway. Alone. As the passageway behind you closes. All right. Yeah, so the rest of the party, other than Kitten, who apparently wants to hide in the hallway.
No. I said, you asked, is anyone not going in? I said, no.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
am going in.
I misunderstood you actually answering the question
He said
according
he's
to correct
not
grammar.
going in.
Right. I'm used to people not using the correct response to that type of question, of course. Okay, yeah, so you go inside. All right. So everybody's in here. The beholders kind of float there in their crystalline spheres, staring at you.
You said, "Is there?" I'm sorry. I must have lost attention. Besides the crystal spheres and this raised dais, is there anything else in the room?
Yes, there are a pair of doors similar to what you've seen in the past on the left and right of this large chamber. There is a podium in the middle on a raised dais, which is set before these two beholders.
Is the podium facing me or facing them?
Facing them. They're on the opposite end if you went up to it to speak.
Okay. I walk up to the podium and just kind of look over to the edge to see if there's anything on it.
There is not.
Okay. Is there usually on the speaker side of the podium there's shelves and stuff. Is there anything there?
There are shelves, but there's nothing on them.
Okay.
As you step up to there, the two beholders simultaneously speak. Welcome to the trial. Are you ready to begin? Shall we give you the rules?
I am not ready to begin. Go ahead and state the rules first.
The rules are simple. One of us tells only truths, the other only lies. If you figure out which one of us it is, well, you can use that door. They seem very bored. If you select the one on the left, you will use the left door. If you select the one on the right, you'll use the right door.
They're speaking simultaneously, and I can tell this?
Correct. They're speaking simultaneously.
If one of you can only tell lies and one can only tell truth, how do those rules exist, and how can you both say them?
In this particular instance, the rules do not apply during the administration of instructions for the test.
We haven't begun. Remember, you said you weren't ready to begin?
And I have to hit the restroom. One moment.
So it can just be like, what's 2 plus 2? And whoever answers correctly, we go to the right door.
I mean, that's a solution, yes.
All right.
All right, I'm back. So, what are you guys doing?
So our goal is to determine who is telling the truth.
I mean, that's what he said the rules were. And I look at them like, is this, like, are these rules for this room only, or what?
During the administration of the test, the rules apply to the test and the contents of the room therein. Are you ready to take the test?
You sound really bored. You know, like, if this is like part of like some shrine complex or whatnot, you know, it got buried, right?
They just stare at you.
You're magically bound here, aren't you?
They just stare at you.
All right, fine. Let's do the test.
Excellent. The test of insight shall now begin. You see an eye stalk kind of reach out towards those doors, and a stone panel above them rotates. What languages do you speak?
Common, Elvish, Draconic, Infernal, and Primordial.
All right, you do not recognize the languages.
I can add undercommon.
Nope.
Giant.
Anybody here know Celestial?
Well, if he speaks Infernal, he'd recognize the script. They share a, script, but not the words themselves.
So the top of the door, a panel rotated, and there's now text there.
Yes.
I go up to it and do a comprehend languages ritual.
Alrighty. You can read that door reads, "This door leads to death."
Okay. Does the other door have something that rotates above it?
It does.
Does it also have text?
It does.
What does it say?
This door is also death.
Okay. All right, I look at the beholders. I point at. You said there's a blue and a red one?
Yep.
All right, I point to the blue one. What's the sum of 2 and 2?
4.
I point to the red one. What's the sum of 2 and 2?
2.
All right, I point to the blue one. All right, so you tell the truth. Which door is safe to go through?
The right door.
Yes, I know. I'm asking which door is the correct door.
Correct. The right door.
The doors are labeled death and also death. Is death the correct door?
What was the question again? Run that by me. I'm looking over the notes I have for this puzzle.
Well, okay, so we asked the factual question, so we know that this
Right,
guy's
right.
telling the truth. And I point to the truth teller and I say, okay, the doors are labeled death and also death. And I point to the doors as I do this. Is death the correct door?
No.
I point to also death. Is also death the correct door?
No.
Is there a correct door in this room?
Yes.
I point to the one we came in through. Is it the door we entered through?
Sometimes.
The letters above the door, can we rotate them ourselves? Do they move when we touch them?
You haven't tried.
We're asking the beholder.
Oh, he's asking the beholder.
Well, I would repeat his question.
Speaking
if not.
common,
Yeah.
I'd say speaking common.
All right, run the question by me again.
Can we rotate the signs above the doors? I'm asking the one that tells the truth.
No.
Okay, figured I'd ask.
How many doors are in this room? Because maybe there's a secret one.
Several. More than 2.
Is it more than
Technically
5?
More than 3. It is not more than 5.
Is it more than 3?
Yes.
Is it 4?
Yes.
I do a detect magic ritual.
Alrighty, yeah, you'd use detect magic.
And while he's doing that, I play trivia with the true and false boys. Just to see what amusing facts I can get out of them that are not true and also true at the same time. Like, how many trunks does an elephant have? I'm basically spending all my time
I ask him,
with the
who
one
would
that
win in a
lies.
fight?
Hold on. Alright, so Underdark's doing detect magic. So yeah, as you're doing that detect magic, you detect an aura of conjuration in a like half oval shape against the wall between these two.
Okay.
As far as the question of who would win in a fight, their answer is we would. And Rourke, you said you're playing trivia?
Yeah, like basically I'm just asking the one that lies how many trunks does an elephant have and stuff like that
I
for shits and
mean, between the two of them. Between
Oh.
the two of them, who would win in a fight between the two of them?
Oh, they say we would.
Yeah, like I'm not actually doing anything that needs to have time spent in. I'm just literally asking the one that lies common questions like how many trunks does an elephant have? Just to see what kind of, shit I can come out of the algorithm. I'm amusing myself.
All right, just doing rapid fire.
Basically, yeah.
Alrighty.
Like I said, nothing we need to actually spend time on. I just was gonna fuck around with the one that lies. Just to annoy it, essentially, because it's bored. Give it some amusement for its boredom in its shell.
Out of curiosity, do any of these questions become technical? Like outside of what would be blatantly obvious common knowledge?
No, not really. I was just asking general common knowledge questions of animals and things of nature and stuff like that.
Alrighty. Alright, intervene. But yeah, you detect magic in the form of what's keeping the lights on, magic on the crystal spheres, and that conjuration in the shape of a door between their spheres on the back wall.
All right, I point at the conjuration. I say, is that the correct door?
It is a door.
That is not an answer to my question.
How would you define correct?
You said this was a test. To pass the test, is that the correct door?
Sometimes.
Under what conditions is it the
Is the
correct
door
door?
even needed?
The conditions are unclear from the question.
Is that the door we need to go through to proceed?
To proceed from this room, all doors are correct doors.
Not from this room.
I
In this-
point at
I'm
the
assuming it's a
conjuration door.
temple.
What's behind that door?
A passage.
Which leads to?
We don't know.
Why not?
We have not been.
I point to door with marked death. Have you been beyond that door?
We have not.
What's beyond it?
We don't know.
Do you know which door does not lead to death?
Yes.
Which doors don't lead to death?
The one you came through.
Is that the only one?
Yes.
If you do not know what is beyond the other doors, how do you know that they don't lead to death?
As you ask that question, give me an insight check. God damn, this guy fucked up. Yeah, you spot in the central eye a twitching. the first facial expression you have ever seen this thing make. Well, other than disinterest. We don't.
But you know that this one does not lead to death, and that these doors do lead to death.
No.
How do you know that that door doesn't lead to death?
We don't.
You're contradicting yourself.
And as you say that, you see both beholders drop their blithe facial expression. Well, all right, yeah, I think you figured it out. Yeah, we both just fucking straight up lie to you whenever we feel like. We're not actually required to administer the test freely.
You don't say.
Yeah.
So anyway, what's with this whole facility here? Like, what's it supposed to do?
We that part we don't actually know. We got summoned and stuck in the crystal balls.
Ah, damn, that sucks. Is there a way I can get you out of them?
Unfortunately, no.
Can we move the balls? Like we can take you with us. Maybe find a way later to get you out.
Yeah, we got rope. We just pull them
Yeah.
along like balloons.
You know, that'd be really handy, but I think you lack the muscle mass.
I assume you've tried attacking the glass?
Oh, incredibly, yes. Yeah, it doesn't work. You see it blast one of the eyes with one of the domes with a green light. See? Doesn't do shit.
I assume you've tried physical attacks as well.
Yep.
But only from the inside.
So who's the asshole that stuck you in a couple of glass orbs?
Oh, fucking humanoid-looking bastards. You know, like you guys, but like you guys.
Yeah, but usually like someone who like conjures a bunch of beholders, they're usually like Officius, and you know they got a monologue, all this shit. We just want to find and give the bastard a right ass kicking, because this just isn't right.
Oh yeah, no, he's probably fucking dead.
Been here a while, huh?
Oh yeah, it's been a while.
How high up are these orbs floating?
About 20 feet, and they're not floating; they're built into the wall.
Oh, okay.
Like there's kind of an alcove behind them, so it's like a hemisphere.
Yeah, like they're bubble turrets essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, no. We mostly just fucking bumming around here.
Can I asked him, like, if I cast a spell, like, is it blocked by the sphere, or if it doesn't require a continuous line, could a spell I cast affect the inside of the sphere?
As far as we've seen, magic can't come in or affect the sphere. We tried that a while ago. Okay, well that's not totally true. Some of our effects can reach outside of the sphere.
Such as the telepathy.
Yeah. And the telekinesis.
Oh, fun. You wanna pick me up?
Wait. Have you tried using the telekinesis to pull at least get the orbs out of the wall so that you can move around?
Yeah, we tried that.
I wanna get up to one of these spheres. Yeah, you mind giving me a lift?
What do I look like? A taxi service?
Well, I'm trying to get you out.
Are the orbs when I ran detect magic? Did the orbs show up as magical?
No.
So physical attacks could probably break through them.
Not necessarily. I cast I say like, all right, well let's see what this does. And I cast identify on the orb.
All right. Hey, you cast identify. It's a big ball of polished quartz.
It's quartz.
Yes, somehow transparent quartz.
Well, quartz can be transparent. That's not that big of an issue.
Yeah, but it's like glass levels of transparent.
Yeah, no, you can you can grow the crystals to grow perfectly aligned. To be clear.
Oh, really? Didn't know that. Now I do.
You should look up a thing called fused quartz.
I'll have to look it up.
Like, think about the fact that most of our phone screens are sapphire. They don't look blue, do they? Because the crystals are all straight in a line with each other. So it doesn't give off any color hues. And the screen's adjusted for it. But anyway, yeah, I'd like to dig up there and see if I can chisel at it.
Do
I
you
mean, if
try
it blows up
chiseling
my
it?
face.
It
If it blows up my face.
It doesn't chip. Yeah. So other than this interaction getting kind of boring, you guys like gonna do anything, or you just gonna futz around with our domes all day?
Well, we were going to see if we could get you out. I mean, it's at least worth some amount of effort.
I mean,
you
that's
are stuck
nice,
down here.
but I mean, quite frankly, if we couldn't figure a way through, I really doubt you're going to be able to.
We can always come back.
Well, just for your information, identify tells me that your domes are made out of quartz.
Neat.
If you have any hydrofluoric acid, you'd be able to melt them.
Fresh out.
Same.
I mean, I have snake venom. Is that acidic?
No, that's
Does it
poison.
dissolve glass?
Yeah, I know. I'm kidding. I have the coral snake venom.
All right. Well, yeah, we're just gonna go, I guess. If we figure out a way to get you out of here, we'll come back for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Heard that a couple of times.
Yep.
Well, my word is my bond.
Well, usually the context is, they do the whole stupid test that we administer, and then, they pick one of the two obvious doors, then we never actually see them. Fucking adventurers.
We don't have a bard in the party, so you're good there.
Yeah. Well, I mean those are the decent adventures. Then you got the other jackasses who will spend 3 fucking weeks trying to find a way to break through a glass dome.
3 days tops.
I mean, seriously, it's funny the first 8 hours that they try. The rest of it's just give it up already. Go find something else to kill.
I mean, no offense, but what exactly were they hoping to achieve? Because, frankly, I don't see any treasure in there with you.
See, that's what I'm left wondering. Kept saying shit about all the sweet amounts of experience they'll get as evil adventurers if they kill a beholder. Fucking dumbasses can't figure out a way through a dome.
Well, I had no interest in killing you.
Well, that's neat. So you gonna pick a door or something?
Sure, and I poke the conjuration button.
Well, since I'm up here, can I diddle at the rock around the crystal? Like it's like a sphere embedded in a flat surface, right?
Yeah.
So can I, like pick at the rock around the sphere, not actually interacting with the sphere itself, just the rock?
Yeah, you try picking at it. It seems resistant to your attempts to pick, like you're doing no damage.
Okay, I was just checking. I'll shimmy back down, or if one of them wants to float me down. Either way, we'll get back to the floor level.
So, you going with the conjuration door?
Yeah, let's go with that one.
Cool.
Anyone ever picked that one before?
Nope. No one has ever picked that door.
So do you guys like mix up which one tells the truth and which one tells a lie when you do the whole test thing sometimes, just for fun?
Maybe.
They just
like
make
the
shit
way
up
you
as they
guys
go
think.
along.
Yep. I just like the way you guys think. That's I was just gonna say.
We used to actually follow the rules. That got boring in the first 10 years.
Then it turns out no one's actually checking whether you're following the rules.
Yep.
Oh, what's your best guess for how long you've been down here?
No clue.
How many groups of adventurers have you seen come through?
Too many.
The door was locked when we came in, so who resets this?
I don't know. It's fucking magic.
Well, remember when we stepped into this room, the doors all closed.
Did the big main doors close behind us too?
Yeah, I'm assuming
Yeah.
all of the doors must have closed in the entirety of the path that we took.
Look, all I know is we got summoned some shit about the test of insight, where, our whole job is to lie to people.
Well, wish you the best of luck.
Yep, you too.
And
Don't
again,
die.
if we can figure out a way to get you out, we will come back.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, don't get yourselves killed if you go through. If you do see fit to die, try for something comedic.
Naturally.
All right, yeah. So then I push the button on the conjuration door.
Neat. And the door opens, revealing a like a black sheet.
I like yank on it.
All right. Okay, I should clarify. Not like a sheet, as in like a bed sheet, like a flat black plane, I guess would be a better term.
Oh,
No
okay.
fake surface that's black.
I thought you meant like a curtain. I'm like, yeah, fuck that. I just pull the curtain down. I step forward into it. Fuck it.
All right, yeah, you step inside.
I follow him.
All right, y'all start funneling your way in.
What do I see?
Well, you guys find yourselves in another one of what's starting to look at this point like template circular rooms.
I swear to God, if Cave Johnson's voice comes over the fucking intercom.
Yeah, no, it's just empty room.
Detect magic.
You detect no magic.
There an obvious doorway where we came through?
No. You look behind you and there is a solid wall. Well, also a faint aura of conjuration magic, but yeah, solid wall.
So we can see the way we came, or we cannot?
Like, you can see the, section where, like, you came out of, but there's nothing there.
Right. Detect magic doesn't show anything.
It detects some conjuration magic, but there's, like, nothing else there. It's just a wall.
Okay, I go over and poke it.
Wall.
All right. I look around to see if I can find a secret door. Or any other, not just a plain template room.
Give me that investigation check.
About.
Alrighty. Yeah. You go poking around. And you do manage to find a tile on the wall that does not look like the others. Like, it's slightly off color and slightly off pattern.
Okay. Is it loose?
It is.
I pry it out.
Alrighty, yeah. You pry it out. As you do so, you can see a green fog begin to leak into the room, along with some mechanical ticking.
I hold my breath.
What's everyone else doing?
He's holding his breath. I'll hold my breath.
Alright, start holding your breath.
I look in the hole.
You can see a lever.
I pull the lever.
Alrighty. So, you pull the lever, and you can see the tiles on the floor begin to rotate. Creating a series of letters. 1 second. Gotta get the formatting right on this because it's columns. I gotta stop using this type of puzzle. It's a fucking pain in the ass to type. All right. Try to split those up into columns visually. But yeah. Gas begins to fill the room. And these tiles appear. So, probably the best way to do this would be a niche. Let's call it a niche. Roll a niche. Actually, no, don't even roll a niche. It's you guys and then 0. It'll just be easier to do it that way. So, figure out what you guys need to do. Intervene.
What?
Gas is filling the room. The
Well,
tiles.
I'm
appear.
still transcribing what you wrote because you said it's supposed
Okay.
to be in columns.
Yeah.
So like Alpha Lima Delta Tango Whiskey. Like that's one column.
Yes. I tried to post it in column format for ease. Basically, the way we'll handle this is you guys will each have a turn in which to do something, and then once everyone has gone, initial 0 happens and I do stuff.
All right. I spend my turn figuring out the code.
All right.
I go back out the door we came in.
There is no door.
We already looked at the door entry possibility, etc. It's the first thing we did when we walked in here.
Dot? What's the dot?
I accidentally just something fell on my keyboard.
Ah. All right.
Damn
Well,
cats.
Interven's trying to figure out. So, Interven, give me an insight check or investigation check. All right.
You said these are tiles on the floor?
Yes.
So essentially,
Like,
we're looking down at a word search. It's just a bunch
yes.
of letters.
Correct. But yeah, Interven, you look over this. I will give you a hint. The first letter is A.
What's...
Hmm?
I'm scrolling up to read. What's the name of the god?
I tried to
Yeah.
move or remove letters.
The letters are fixed into the ground,
How large are the tiles?
foot by foot.
I walk from top left to bottom right, stepping on each tile.
Letters.
A-E-T-T-A.
Alrighty. You step on each one of those. Click, 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 click. And you hear the gas stop.
If you want to know why that was so easy, because I actually made it into a grid, and it stood right out.
Oh yeah, that was entirely the intent. I wasn't gonna make this puzzle super difficult.
Yeah,
It
like
was,
as soon, like here, I'll show
was
you
meant
guys. Like
as if you guys actively are trying to not figure something out, you're taking like a D6 poison.
Yeah, like as soon as you put it into an actual linear grid, you can see it right away.
Have a good night, Pi. But yeah, you click on those, and the floor beneath you drops open. You can see it drop about 20 feet into a pool of water.
Are you okay?
Let's go.
Shimmy down some rope.
Well, is there anything down there?
Pool of water.
Yes, there's a pool of water.
Okay, I don't have any rope.
I've got 80 feet on me.
I'll toss them up.
Well, I mean, I would have like tightened off on the floor or something up there if possible. Yeah, I'd like to just hang down 10 feet or so and see what I can see before we proceed going. Obviously, the only way we can go, but you know.
All right, so you guys head down.
You didn't hear me?
No, I didn't.
I said I'd like to hang at 10 feet and look around first.
All right. Yeah, you hang around at 10 feet, and you can see that it is a half-submerged set of 4 corridors heading in each cardinal direction.
Yeah. Well, it looks like we got some choices. Now that I'm a little bit lower, can I make out how deep the water is?
Yeah, it's only about knee deep.
Okay. Good thing I got the rope. Then I will climb back up, double over the rope, and go back down. Basically, just going to put a single loop through the pipe and hang on to both ropes. So I can pull the rope back out.
Right.
I don't see any reason that we'd be going back up, so I'll just lose a pipe instead of, 20 feet of rope.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so we descend.
Mm-hmm. You descend. You guys are standing about knee deep in water.
Detect magic?
Always
Other
go
than
up.
some magic in the walls itself, there is no magic here.
Is the water flowing in any discernible direction?
No.
I taste it.
It's sweet.
It's lead contaminated.
Well, flip a coin. I guess flip 2 coins.
Anyone have a compass?
Didn't know that was something we could actually pick up and if that's something we can buy in the general market, I would have one. Yes.
Well, it'd be like navigator's tools.
Oh, okay. That I never actually thought of that. That would be an item that I would pick up if we're going to be venturing. I didn't realize that we could get a compass out of navigator tools.
I mean, I would think so.
I would never think of that. Yeah, it's just navigator tools. You can navigate with these. It makes sense. There's a compass in them. No, like literally, it makes sense that there's a compass in them.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to be proficient with it to be able to read the compass correctly, but like actually be able to use it for purposes of navigating. But yeah,
But figuring out general cardinal direction, you can use a compass. Anybody should be able to do that. The needle points north.
right.
Like
I'm talking about
navigating via the compass.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. It's being a bit trickier. Anyway,
Yep.
Do you got any chalk on you?
Always. How much do you want?
Well, I point to the right, whichever one's to my right. I don't know, put an arrow on the wall marking that we went down that way.
Okay.
Too bad none of us are a minotaur. They don't get lost in labyrinths.
Should have kept one of them alive.
Well,
wait. Put a drop of minotaur blood on the compass.
What compass? I don't have a compass. That's the problem.
No, I'm saying like if I knew navigator's tools had a compass in them, that is an item that my character would have purchased. I did not know that. Because otherwise I see no reason to purchase them. But if I knew it came with a compass, I would pick them up and buy them.
Well, we don't have one. Unless you already got one.
Well, that's why I'm asking Gilbert if that's all right. Like, if I knew that came with a compass, I would have purchased them. But I was unaware of what the navigator tools came with. That, like, buying it to get a compass out of it would be completely 100% a reason to buy it, and I would every time. It's more so a DM question if he'll allow it.
I will not.
Okay, that's fine.
You should have read your pack info.
Well, no, I navigator tools are for navigating at sea. That's all it says in there. But it makes sense that they would have a fucking compass in them. I just never thought of that.
Oh, it
Because
does
otherwise, yeah,
specify at sea.
but you'd still have a compass in there. Like you'd have a sextant, a compass, and
Does it?
It says navigator's tools include a sextant, a compass, calipers, a ruler, parchment, ink, and a quill.
25
Indeed.
gold for one. Comes with quite a bit of shit.
Well, guess you'll have to buy one next time you're in town.
Assuming we could find one, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Like I said, I just wasn't aware that they came with compasses. Otherwise, I would have bought one because compass isn't in the player handbook as an item you can buy. So
What are you guys doing?
I point to the hallway at my right, and I say, all right, mark that hallway with a piece of chalk to mark that we went down that way, and then I start going down that way.
All right.
I begin marking. Are the walls palatable for chalking?
Yes.
Okay. If not, I have candles. It doesn't work.
Are the
If one
walls
doesn't work-
are the walls dry or moist?
Dry.
Okay.
Which is kind
Also,
of weird.
Why would that be
quick.
weird?
I suppose I'll be doing it at disadvantage now that I'm
Well,
exhausted.
because it's a dark underground area full of water.
Are these natural stone caverns or masonry?
Masonry.
That's not that unusual. We were up in the mountain. The water table's pretty low below us for that.
Fair enough.
But he also said the walls pinged some magic.
Yes, they do ping some magic, probably to prevent us from doing things like casting stone shape or pass wall.
Can I do my rock history? Does stonework here look any different than the granite?
Nope.
So it's identical. Seems to be magical in creation.
Yep.
Okay, so I won't even bother rolling then if it's that similar in nature. But yeah, I would like to begin marking the wall with chalk.
Alrighty. Well then. Start going right. Alrighty. So, you guys follow the corridor as it curves ever so gently. About 60 feet when you reach a T intersection.
What do we see down the ways to go?
Two more curving corridors, creating kind of an S shape. So it's difficult to see down each of them.
Right. Also, when you say we're approaching a T intersection, are our options to go left or right, straight or left, or straight or right?
So left curves straight, and right curves back.
Yeah, we go to the right.
Alrighty. You curve to the right.
Marking with chalk.
Yep. Tromping through water. Get about 80 feet as it curves. And you can see it ending in a room lit by torchlight.
Okay. Detect magic.
There is magic up ahead on the floor.
What kind?
Conjuration.
Okay. Is it the whole floor, or is it like just the central area? Checkerboard pattern? What?
Just the center area.
Alright, so let's enter the room but not go into the magic area then.
Alright, yeah. As you walk in there, you can see a sign carved on the wall out of stone.
Uh-huh.
Exit.
Uh-huh. Is that sign like next to a door?
No. It's on the opposite side of the circle that pings with magic.
Is there any other way out of this room?
No, not that you see.
Okay. Well, guys, do you want to go back to the T intersection and try the other way?
Yeah, we'll mark this off on the map.
Mm-hmm. We go back to the T intersection. Probably updating the arrows, just put exit with the arrow pointing that way.
I write exit question mark.
Well, it's marked exit.
I
Yeah.
erased the question mark.
And then we go down that left way from the previous one.
All right, you head down this long, curving corridor. You can see this one ends, again, with water still filling about knee deep. You can see what looks to be a partly flooded room, tables with scrolls, and then on a raised section towards the far end of the room, a series of bookshelves, which all look to be, well, scroll shelving, which contains more scrolls.
Okay.
The room is dimly lit by flame.
Detect magic.
You can detect 3 pings of magic.
Elaborate.
Like 3 generic pings. They look to be scrolls.
Okay. Hey guys, I got a bad feeling about this. What are the braziers aren't magic and they're still burning? Somebody's been maintaining them.
Any other obvious entrances or exits?
Underdark, that would be a fuck up on my part. They are magic.
I had the same thought you did, Under. I'm like, oh shit, somebody's here.
We are not alone. The call is coming from inside the dungeon.
Okay, what is that line from?
It's from an old slasher movie.
So real quick,
She calls the police and like, all right, we're tracing the call that called you. It's coming from inside the house.
God, I know that too.
I forget the name of the movie, but it might be like Last Cabin on the Left or something like that. I don't know. Anyway,
It's not terribly relevant.
Yeah, not terribly relevant. So, okay, yeah. So beyond the obviously magical torches that are lit so that there isn't some, poor kobold that's been, shanghaied into eternally keeping these things lit.
No, it's probably a beholder.
Yeah, given how this is going.
So, real quick question about the water.
I go to bed. Bye-bye.
Bye, Hayes.
Matt Hayes. So is this room raised and elevated above the water, or when we enter this room, it's filled with the same level of water?
Part of it is flooded with the same level of water, but there is a raised section, like it comes out of the floor,
Okay.
that is not wet.
Well, I'll use Mage Hand to retrieve the 3 scrolls that are magical.
All right, column scrolls 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. And without unfurling and reading them, I will, in sequence, cast Identify on 3, 1, and 2.
I hate you. Let's see here.
You stuck us in a dungeon full of twisty passages all alike.
Fair enough.
So real quick,
Let's
Gilbert,
see.
the path to the right curved back the way we came. Just wanted to check that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so number 3 is a scroll of tidal wave.
Okay.
Wouldn't recommend using that one right now.
1 is a scroll of fear.
Okay.
2 is a scroll of disguise self.
Okay, great. Yeah, I had to shove those in my backpack. Any other pings of magic besides the braziers and the scrolls?
Nope.
All right, I just walk over to the scriptorium and start pulling scrolls and looking at them. Like what's on them?
Well, you start pulling them and looking at them, and the papyrus is pretty well worn and fading. Most of this here is illegible.
Okay, so
We can
what's
hang on to
legible?
them.
Well, you said most, so I'm assuming there's some that's legible.
The odd conjunction. And, or, but.
I'm aware of what a conjunction is, but really no articles survived? Damn.
You
Are
know,
any of the thes capitalized?
there is one article that survived. It's the word article.
Top of the page.
Yep.
All right, well, I guess I have a bunch of blank papyrus. And how many blank scrolls are there here?
15.
Okay.
I only have a bunch of mostly blank. We might be able to restore it.
Maybe. That's why I'm taking them now. We can attempt to restore them outside. I'd like to search the cabinets for hidden compartments.
There are no cabinets.
Well, I thought they were shelves or something.
Yeah, like scroll shelving.
Yeah. I'd like to check them for hidden compartments, slips, that type of thing.
Okay. Investigation check.
I'll help.
You find no passages. Or concealed stuff.
Okay. And you said that there's no other way out of this room?
Correct.
Double look over the entire room.
Yeah, might as well check the whole room for secret passages.
That's what I was treating the 15 as.
Oh, okay. All right. So I guess we could head for the exit, or we could go back to the cross intersection and pick a different way to go.
Back to the cross.
Yeah.
More to see.
Yeah. So we're coming like to the cross. I'm assuming, Gilbert. No problems.
Mm-hmm.
And as we're coming, we'll just take the right. So if I was to assign that first hallway we went down east, we are now going north.
Shit, I gotta flip my map over now.
All right.
It's like you knew what I was drawing.
So you're going to head that way. All right. Yep. You travel a distance, come across another of these curving S-shaped hallways.
So it's another T intersection?
Distance?
Mm-hmm.
What distance?
80.
All right. And does the right also curve back south?
Yes.
All right. Let's go that way first.
All right. Yeah. You turn over there, and you can see here a room lit by magical brazier light. You can see what looks to have been like almost some kind of armory, but everything in it is like really bad looking.
Detect magic.
Magic brazier. Nothing
Okay.
else.
Is there any iconography still visible on any of the arms and armor?
There is not. But you do see something.
Uh-oh, I was
Kinda
looking for anything.
poking around. You see 4 of these things kind of peer around the corner and climb out of a pile of rust dust.
Oh, they're so cute. Who's a cute little monster? Who's a cute little monster?
Roll an ish.
What?
I'm guessing they're not friendly.
No, they smell bronze and iron.
Lies. We have none of that. Actually, we might all be wearing leather armor.
Yeah. Hayes lucked the fuck out. Ah, freshly restored the plate mail. Oh no, the rust monsters! All right, Nash, your move.
So these rust monsters, huh?
Excuse me?
That's
I rolled a 22.
I completely fucked that up.
Go ahead, Kitten goes first. Gilbert, you just misread the initiative order.
No, I didn't. Kitten, you go first.
He had blind trust where he really shouldn't have.
Indeed. The dungeon master will remember this.
Yep, I'm sure you will.
Alright, so how many are there?
4.
And how far away?
Yeah, 20 feet.
Alright, I move up 10 feet, rage, stab. Recklessly.
You said use a rapier, right?
I use a tail.
Oh, so it's not actually a rapier?
It's just flavored as like my tail's holding a rapier, but it's actually just bestial tail.
Ah, okay. Oh, wow. Man, these things aren't going to do much to anybody. All the fucking fighters went home.
Anybody that had metal.
DM cackles and rust monster. All the fighters had gone. Oh well, I guess I'll have to get the robe and paper eating gelatin.
So long as it doesn't eat fur and flesh.
The clothes eating gelatin. The bane of wizard and boon of perverts everywhere.
Because I
A
mean,
12. A 12 does not hit.
does a 24 hit
Oh yeah.
and then 12 damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I looked at the wrong row there. Alright, Nash.
So I can't hit it with metal.
I never said that.
Well, you can. But it's a rust monster, so.
I mean, all I have is my dagger. That's all I got.
Gonna do it? You gonna fight the rust monsters?
You have faith.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Come on, bro. Come at my rust monster. Out of cross, using bronze or iron?
I believe they're bronze, you said, right?
He left
I
it up
don't
to
know.
pick. He left it up to us to pick, and you said bronze because it was cooler.
Yeah. I have a bronze gladius. Yes. And I hit, right?
Let's see. That's a miss and a hit. All right, 13 damage. That one's pretty fucking bloodied. And all right, your dagger begins to corrode. It is now a -1. What short sword? -1 short sword. As it corrodes the metal. DM1. Hey, these guys. We're gonna go 2 and 2. First 2 on Nash, second 2 on Kitten. 14-21 on Nash. Does that hit you?
Yes. The 21 hits me.
6 points of piercing. And Kitten, 18-19.
So the 19 would hit, but I used my reaction to parry with my tail, reducing it between 1 and 8, and an 18 misses, so it misses.
Alrighty. And then Nash, I do need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Well, fuck.
All right. You take a point of exhaustion.
What? What gave me a point of exhaustion?
It bites you and you begin to feel fatigue.
Really?
Indeed. It's not a high DC. I fucking
Anyway.
I fucking added this as a joke. Alright.
So how did the party die?
Iron deficiency.
Giant rust-eating rats.
Yep.
Always
Alright.
gonna be rats.
Rurik.
Crossbow bolt. And distance. And aim.
Mhm.
So I'd like to gain some distance,
Uh-huh.
and then aim a crossbow bolt at one of these.
Uh-huh.
Any of them particularly injured?
Yeah.
Pref-
One of them is nearly
Preferably not in melee.
dead. There's one not in melee with a buddy. Wait, no, they're not. They are in melee. What the fuck am I talking about?
Okay, well,
Do you want the mostly dead one or the living ones?
mostly dead. Actually, no, living. We'll see how much damage they actually need to die.
Hit. Bloodied.
All right.
Intervene.
Is there a position I can move to where if I was to fire off a 30-foot cone from me, I could hit the enemies but not allies?
No. There is not.
Assuming I wanted to avoid hitting allies, how many enemies could I get in a 30-foot cone?
At best, you could avoid hitting Kitten and just hit Nash and the creatures.
Okay, assuming I'm willing to miss some enemy creatures, but hit no allies, how many enemy creatures can I get in a 30-foot cone?
2.
Okay, I'll do that. With Rhymes Binding Ice, I need those 2 to make a Constitution saving throw.
Pretty sure they both fail.
Yeah, they both fail. They both take 10 cold damage and are hindered by ice formations.
Alrighty. Kitten.
And I back up.
Kitten. Kitten.
Oh no, the rust monster ate him.
Kitten dodges. Nash.
Sorry, what?
Nash, it's your turn.
Oh, you just go pass him up even though he's back now? That's a dick move.
Kitten, what are you doing?
Reckless step.
Oh, come on.
Does that hit?
That does not hit.
Well, I guess I should have dodged. Anyway, I don't really have anything else.
Alrighty. Nash.
Yes to the creatures!
Remember, it's a -1 Gladius.
Yeah. 14.
You sure about that? It's a -1 Gladius.
Yeah, I have a +6. That means it's a +5.
Okay.
I took the plus into account, Gilbert.
Alright. Roll damage.
A hit. 10 points of piercing damage. Does it lose a negative again?
Yep, it's now a -2. And you
I'm
do
going to
kill.
need a new sword after this.
You do kill the rust monster. These guys.
We have a couple laying around.
These guys can't move. They spend their action getting free.
I mean, I just need a long sword.
Rourke.
Crossbow, aim. What targets do I have?
2. Both uninjured. Well, both slightly injured.
Okay. One on the left then. Aiming at it.
Hit.
$19 piercing.
Indeed, that one's dead.
Okay, that's it.
Alrighty, Intervin.
Alright, so there's one left.
Yep.
I'll cast Mind Sliver. Intelligence save.
Ha, you fool. Rust monsters are known for their incredible intellect.
I'm sure. It takes 2 psychic damage, and it loses a d4 on the next saving throw it has to make.
It's got a headache. Kitten.
Reckless stabby.
Hit. And that kills it.
Yay!
And with the dead rust monsters now causing the water to change color, I think we'll call it there for the night.
Give us that sweet, sweet experience point. We just need 300.
Okay,